Hello and welcome back to Helpful Human Design Tips. Today we are talking about the throat center. Now in my last video, I explored and talked to you about the basics of the law of attraction, which is often connected to the concept of manifestation. So today I want to talk about the manifestation portal according to human design, which is the throat center. So in human design, energy is going to be coming into your body graph in either from two directions, right? So it's either coming in from your head center and filtering down through your ajna into your throat center so that you can project it out and express it. Or it's coming up from your root center and processing through your body towards your throat center so that you can express it. So your throat center is this really beautiful, it's like this gateway portal from your inner world manifesting out into this outer realm. And when we are looking at the throat center, it's really helpful to know whether or not you have this particular center defined or undefined. We're not going to dive into the gates today. There are 11 gates in the throat center and they are very, very fascinating, but it's a little bit too deep for just this overarching basics. Today, I just want to talk about the defined throat center, which about 71-ish% of the population has a defined throat center, and then 29-30% of the population has an undefined throat center. When you have a defined throat center, you are expressing either through your voice or through some other creative endeavor. You're expressing this in a very consistent way. You have this very consistent voice, right? So I have a defined throat center, and so I talk about things in a very consistent way. I have this very specific voice that I write with. When I am like art journaling, I use certain colors or certain patterns. I express myself in a certain way. When I am like physically expressing myself through dancing or whatever, I have like the same 7 dance moves that I am rotating through. I have a very consistent way of expressing through me. If my throat was undefined, then that energy would be inconsistent. It would be based on who I'm around or what environment I'm in. Because as an undefined throat center, I am going to be stepping into someone's aura, reflecting their energy and kind of giving them what they need. So people with undefined centers, they may be very powerful at communicating. Like they might be really good teachers. They could be really good coaches. Maybe they're really good at sales. Maybe they're fantastic at marketing because they can tailor their voice to match whoever they are coming in contact with so that those people can get a better understanding of what exactly the concept is. It's very fascinating, right? Like when you even look around, not even looking at your own voice, but if one were to see, like, if it would be so nice if we all could just like kind of have our body graphs for the other person like pop up next to us so that we could like experiment a little bit more. Because I don't have a whole lot of people in my life with an undefined throat center. But when I do, it's very interesting to see how they are conversing with me versus conversing with the person next to me, but maybe talking about the same thing. So, in my family, we all have a defined throat center. So we all have this very consistent way of talking to each other. So consistent, in fact, that we can usually kind of tell what the other person is going to say in any given situation. And so it's fun to observe and fun to experiment with too, especially when you start adding in the different flavors of all of the gates. So check and see what you have in your chart. Are you defined? Are you undefined? When you discover what your center is, then you can kind of start playing around with how you express energy and what exactly you are doing, how you're expressing energy. Like in different avenues, right? So maybe you don't like to write, but maybe you love to sing. Maybe you don't like to do reels necessarily when you are posting for your business on Instagram, but maybe you love like expressing yourself through infographic posts or pictures or poetry. I think it's so fascinating how we all express in so many different ways. And the throat center is just a really, really cool avenue to look at, like, how do I do this? How am I putting energy out there? And is my energy that I'm expressing matching up with what I'm trying to attract? So, lots of fun things to play around with the throat center or the manifestation center in our human design charts. We will definitely be diving deeper into the human design portion of the law of attraction, but this is just a really fun little gateway portal to start with right now. And that is all I have for you guys today, and I will see you next time. Bye.